Hey, welcome everyone. Sir Heroscape here today, coming at you with information about the preview for 2025 from Renegade directly. First off, super awesome. Tonight at 7 o'clock, we got into an exclusive room where they only brought in roughly 60 people, and they showed us everything they have planned for 2025. No, all the reveals were pulled off. It was super cool. Additionally, we got these cool pins. These were exclusive pins for that meeting. So these are 6 different pins from the Valkyries, which is super awesome. And then this is the Heroscape 20th anniversary pin. So got the Gen Canna hat with a bunch of pins on it, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so I'm just going to talk through some of the preview items and get you guys excited for 2025. So this is just going to be a talking video. So yeah, how about you just sit back, relax, and take a listen. So I've got my notes here. So basically they're going to be running these not as waves anymore. They're going to call them story arcs. And that's leaning more into the lore side of Heroscape. And so instead of calling it Wave 1 or Wave 2 or Wave 3 or whatever, they actually want to release army expansions and just new sets of Heroscape with a part of a storyline, an arc, right? So that's kind of how they've set these up. So story arc in the spring is Rising Tide. And that's going to be basically around the wellspring poisoning, this poisoning of the wellsprings. There's going to be 6 army expansions. We're going to get Knight Primus Adelborn. Knight, that's the big bear hero. We're going to get Ordo Borealis. Those are the bears with the harpoons from Avalon Hill. So those 2 are going to be in one army box. In another army box, we're going to get Sonlin with Halucia, the Scion of the Wild. And so we're getting Sonlin on his dragon, and tomorrow I've got to go into the dealer hall, or the exhibit hall, and get some pictures. They have a picture of a painted mini, which is super cool. And then another army box is Queen Maladrix and her honor guard. So those should be painted and on display as well, that I'll be able to show you guys. We have the Hellforge Manticore, which is a huge mini, and that will be its own army box that you can purchase on its own. You're going to have the Oathbound Phalanx as its own army box. That's another huge mini. Again, it's got 2 phases. It's all collected as a big bug, and then it's divided out when they separate. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last one is we're going to get to see the Vorid Glide Strikers and Tuck Harrigan. So the Glide Strikers were basically the red wall, I think like foxes or whatever on gliding machines, which was kind of cool. And so that makes up all the figures and army packs of that story arc. We also get terrain packs, and we're going to get 3 different terrain packs. We're going to get Snowfields of Valhalla. And this is really cool. The Snowfields of Valhalla is going to be just a snowpack of lots of snow. We're going to get 24 hex size snow, which is super cool. And we're actually going to get all the different hex size snow, and including 24 hex. We're also going to get 2 evergreen trees that are snow capped or snow tipped, so the edges are tipped in snow. And we're going to get ice along with it, as well as 3 hex ice, which is kind of cool. Additionally, these next 2 packs are that I'm going to announce here are essentially the same, but just different field types. So we're also getting the Swamp Fields of Valhalla, which is same thing. We're going to get more swamp water, more swamp terrain, and it's going to come with 2 bushes that will also be recolored to just have a different alternate color in the plants, which is going to be cool. And then we have the Ruins at Lower's Edge, which will be a wall pack expansion, which will expand upon the wall packs you're getting in the master set. And you're getting a ton of them. You're getting 35 additional walls in the wall pack, including a wall arch and different variations of like the ruins. Because the wall pack comes with like a couple ruins and like full walls, you're going to get more ruined type walls as well as a arch. So that is our story arc 1. and that's going to be Rising Tide. We've got 2 more story arcs that they have planned for next year, I believe. Yeah. And so the second story arc is going to be Boiling Tension. Oh, sorry, I forgot one thing. So there's also going to be promo minis. The promo minis are going to be Thyraxis and the Derek the Burrow Breaker, or it used to be Vorid Burrow Breaker or whatever. They give him a name, so his name is Derek the Burrow Breaker, and Thyraxis, and so those are going to be really cool. Boiling Tension is the second story arc, and the second story arc, Ned Zesbit, the blimp dude, is going to be in that army pack. Again, he's a huge figure, so it's going to be sold on his own. Same with Scavarith. Scavarith is a huge figure. That's going to come in on its own. And the Imperator Kane, which is kind of like the AT&T Star Wars walkers, right? Going around firing stuff. So you've got 3 huge army packs. Each of those figures are going to be sold separately because they are a huge figure. Then we finally, for the first time, mid next year, are going to see common squads. And the common squad look freaking cool. So the common squads are going to be Molten Crustaceans. Molten Crustaceans, it looks like, are going to be a 2-man squad. At least that was the concept art we were shown. It might be 3 or 4, figures, but we were just seeing concept art basically. But they are going to be basically these big old crabs with these massive hammers, and they're literally called Molten Crustaceans, and so they're going to be like extra special on Lava Field, which just sounds freaking sweet. We have the Tanuki Tricksters, which I'm trying to remember what they looked like. I think it was what are they called? Not feral, a weasel type unit. Not exactly sure, but that also only looked like it had 2 figures, but I think that was just the concept art, so we don't know how many are in that squad. We saw the Acolytes of Revna, which was really cool, concept art, and they basically looked like a 3-man squad with kind of wings that were created. They didn't look like real wings, but like they created their own wings, as if they wanted to, try and replicate Kiri or something, which looked really cool. They also have a common hero coming out, and I couldn't remember the name, but it's basically a wolf or a fox that's got big ol' horns on it, and is going to be a common hero that comes in those army packs. So that army pack is the Molten Crustaceans and the Tanuki Tricksters are going to be together, and then the other army pack is the Acolytes with the common hero, from what I can tell. We also, for terrain packs, are getting Molten Lava terrain packs. And similar to the other terrain packs, there's going to be a 24 hex terrain pack, or terrain tile. A 24 hex terrain tile, can you believe it? And it's going to be all the different terrain types. So it's going to be 3 hex, 2 hex, 1 hex, Molten Lava. And we're also getting outcrops, lava outcrops, as line of sight blockers, which is going to be sweet. So get excited for that. They're also going to be doing an accessory, which is going to be a glyph pack. You're going to get 30 glyphs, and they're all going to be unique glyphs that we haven't seen before. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Just to buy a glyph pack and just have a bunch of new glyphs. The promo figures are going to be Q11, which is basically Q10 after he died and then was rebuilt. At least that's the lore that we've been told. And then we're also getting Raylan 4.0. Yes, believe it or not, they announced that we're going to get Raylan 4.0, and Raylan 4.0 will actually be the promo figure given away at Gen Con 2025 as a participation prize. So we just got Raylan 3.0, and we're already confirmed with the 4th version of Raylan, which, what the heck, why not? We can do anything, so get excited. The third story arc for 2025 is Embers of War. And Embers of War is going to be the heroes of Arboreus. Basically, it's going to give us the last of all the rest of the wizards, the Dry on Wizards. So all the rest of those guys, I couldn't write their names down fast enough, but all from the Avalon Hill, campaign. You can go and see those. We're gonna get another 2 common squads, or we're gonna get a common squad called the Gallery Vanguard. The Gallery Vanguard looked like a 3-man common squad, and it was basically like fish people, sort of. They kind of looked like Sahuagins. So think Sahuagins along those lines, but taller like humans. And then the common hero that will go with them is called a Krakenling. A Krakenling. So something water-based that's going to be kind of cool, it sounds like, but we didn't get any pictures. We just got the name, so we don't know what that one looks like, which is kind of cool. We're also going to get, in its own army pack, the Crimson Widow, which is one of the pirates, and then the Dreadnought unique squad, which is kind of that mix of like the shark dude and the Gorillinator and whatever that other one was. But that's going to come at the end of next year with the Crimson Widow, and then we're also going to get 2 more common squads. They're called the Great Bow Archers. The Great Bow Archers look like a 3-man squad, and basically they look like half-orc females. So it's a female squad, and they're super big, muscly, like female archers. So I'm not sure what species they are. They look like they could be human, but they're really big for humans. So we could see them being like large figures, not necessarily just like small, medium. And they could be like a giant class or some sort of half orc or some other class, because they're literally called the Great Bow Archers, which to me may indicate that like their size is actually bigger, like they're an actual large figure, large common squad, which would actually be really, really cool. Have like the species be giant and they're just giant archers. It's just like freaking sweet. So we're gonna get a common squad there, and then we're also gonna get a common squad called the Hennel worms. And basically it's not wormlings, but they're kind of along the same lines as a wormling. It looks like it's kind of a dragon type, like a mini dragon type, essentially. I honestly thought it was just a wormling. So I'm not exactly sure, but again, some of this stuff is more concept art and 3D renderings than it is cards and miniatures. So like I said, we couldn't take pictures, we couldn't audio record or whatever. They basically just said no phones, and we just have to go off memory. So I took as many notes as I could for you guys. It looks like we do have a couple more here. So the terrain in the third release is going to be Roads of Valhalla. So it was confirmed we're going to get a whole road pack, which is awesome, including a 5-piece bridge with walls. It's not going to come with trees like the road pack did originally, because the trees will be in the snow set, but you are going to get road tiles. Additionally, they're doing I wouldn't call it a custom, but they're doing a dice tray. So it's like those dice trays that are kind of like a mouse pad material, where they fold up and then you clip them on the corners, and so it's easily transferable. And what's I'm pretty sure that's what they said, or it might be like a dice mat where you roll it up. I'm not 100% sure on that, to be honest. But it's going to be of the Heroscape map. So that cool Heroscape map that was created by what's his name? Gosh, his name just escaped me. Daniel Locke. I think it was Daniel Locke. I think he's in the French forums, and I think he was the one that did that map art. I can't remember. But the Heroscape map that looks really cool that everyone has access to, they are commissioning a professional artist to give a new rendering and a new and basically redraw it and create a new version of that map, and then they're going to use that for the dice tray image on the front, so you can be rolling your dice on the map of Valhalla, which is kind of cool. Additionally, we are getting I'm looking at my notes here, a common hero called Deflecticon, and this is for NHST 2025. NHST 2025 giveaway. all they could tell us was the name. They had no other pictures. They had no information. They just told us it's going to be a common hero called Deflecticon. So, I mean, take that for what you will. It's probably a, class Soulborg, probably white and blue, similar like Omnicron or a Repulsor or whatever. But Deflecticon is probably some sort of like shield type, right? That you can block damage from non-adjacent attacks, or maybe it does counter-strike from range, or maybe it's like some sort of common hero destructible object type that just kind of stationary and just blocks attacks. I'm not really sure, but anyway, really cool stuff. Again, this was just me talking, so more of a podcast type thing where you're just listening rather than watching, because there are no images. It's just information. So hopefully that was useful and interesting, and you could listen to my beautiful voice while you go to sleep tonight. Not really, though. Please don't. That's weird. But yeah, so I will sign off and let you guys dream good dreams of exciting 2025 Heroscape preview stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.